Are you ready to witness the repertoire of BPED 2A? Traditional and international dances. Sit down, relax, and have fun. Before we start the program, let us have the national anthem to be followed by an invocation via media presentation. BPED Repertoire 2022 presents Thousands and One Night Evolution of Dance, Time-Lapse of World Dance Through Time. Thank you so much, Mr. Jailer Baguio, for that heartwarming message. And now, without further ado, let us witness the talented performers of BPED 2A as they unveil unity that we can relate and understand one another despite the differences in our races through dancing. As they convey unspoken of countless thoughts and emotions through body language, and as they entertain us with a non-stop evolving of multiple popular dances. Muliwa Dance, representing Group 1. Giacomo Puccini's famous opera Turandot made a Chinese folk melody named Muliwa, known to the world jasmine flower. The song Muliwa is about the jasmine flower. In Chinese opera, the performers use formal hand gestures to enhance their performance. Qian drew on this tradition to create gestures for Muliwa that allude to the jasmine flower opening and closing. The holy white flower is in concert with the Chinese princess Turandot's beauty and pride. The song also became Jiangsu province's most renowned and representative folk song. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 1. Nice kayo lang sayaw. Uy, saan to? Siya. Sleeve dance. In traditional Chinese dance, water sleeves refers to extension to the cuff of garment sleeves. Their name comes from the fact that the performers use two water sleeves to create movements that remind one of flowing, whirling water. For a dancer, mastering water sleeves techniques takes a lot of effort and time. Wow! That's a great performance, Group 3. Nindot ko ayaw ang sayaw, eh. So let's proceed to the next. Jabaris. Jabaris is a traditional war dance. Glorifies the manhood of the triumphant Balinese warrior. The word Baris means line or file, and refers to the warriors who fought for the kings of Bali. There are numerous kinds of Baris, distinguished by the arms borne by the dancers. Originally, the dance was a religious ritual, the dedication of warriors and their weapons during a temple fest. From the ritualistic Baris Gidi grew the dramatic Baris, a story prefaced by a series of exhibition solo dances that show prowess in battle. It is from this that the present Baris solo takes its form. A good Baris dancers must undergo rigorous training to obtain the skill and flexibility that typifies the chivalrous elegance of the dance. Wow! Very nice kayong performance, no? Grabe ka. Wala nang hawoy inyong kamot ato or til. Nga mag-swing slow-mo, meh. That's it for the Asian dances. Ay, grabe lang sayaw, no? Pak, swing to the toe. Oh, perfect kaayo. Diba? Diba, partner? Perfect kaayo, no? So, mangutan ako, excited na ba mo proceed to sa next dance? Okay, so now let us witness the African dances. Jerusalem, also known as Mbende, is perhaps the most celebrated dance of the Shona people. It is practiced by the Zizur Shona people living in the Moriwa and Uzumba Muramba Ponghe, or the UMP, district in eastern Zimbabwe. Jerusalem, also known as Mbende, is perhaps the most celebrated dance of the Shona people. It is practiced by the Zizor Shona people living in the Moriwa and Uzumba Muramba Ponghe, UMP, district in eastern Zimbabwe. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 2. Nindot ka ay nganong nindot mo kay mamanayo na sa day mo. Sure lang. Nganong sa Wow, that's a great performance, Group 2. So let's proceed to the next. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 2. Let's proceed to the Wow, that's a great performance. So let's proceed to the next group. Lamban is spirited dance performed at weddings and other joyous occasions. It is the Lamban is a spirited dance performed at weddings and other Lamban is a spirited dance performed at weddings and other joyous occasions. It is the embodiment of the soul and the spirituality of the people. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 4. Grabe no, grabe kayo sila manayaw. African dances are done. 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 Dabki is an exuberant, joyful form of traditional line and circle dancing with origins in Middle Eastern culture and Bedouin tribes. Large groups of people interlock arms, tap and stomp with their feet, and sing or chant. Their purpose is to share historical narrative and vibrant folk legacies. So wow, that's a great performance, Group 2. So let's proceed to the next group. Kaligi is a mixture of modern style and traditional folkloric dance. It is also known as the hair dance. The women often dance in groups, toss their hair, and gracefully make small gliding steps. But it is much more than a hair dance. These steps are used with variations of manipulating their large dresses, executing small shoulder shimmies, head slides, and occasional accents, as well as the use of hand gestures. Oh, that's a very nice performance, Group 4. So let's proceed to the next performers. It's a wrap for our Middle Eastern dances. Bolero Santa Maria. Bolero is a slow form of Spanish dance with roots in Spain and Cuba. Contemporary bolero is a hybrid of other Latin and ballroom dances and combines the lilting rise, and fall of the waltz, the contra-body movement of tango, and the slow movement and Latin music associated with the rumba. Today, the bolero is popular in dance studios and ballroom dance lessons. That's a great performance, Group 1. Let's clap our hands for the performance of Group 1. Muzozi Kujawiak. The Kujawiak is a Polish folk dance from the region of Kojowi in Central. It was originally danced with a calm and dignity and simplicity in a smooth, flowing manner, reminiscent of the tall grain. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 1. So let's proceed to the next performer. Morris Reel, genre of social folk dance, Celtic in origin. It is a variety of country dance in which the dancers perform traveling figures alternating with setting steps dance in one pace. Reels may be for sets of 2 or more couples. The music is in quick 2/4 or 4/4 time and usually has an insistent 16th note in motion. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 3. Grabe kanindot ang pack sayo. So let's proceed to the next performer. The Sera is a war dance of the Pontic Greeks. It's also referred to as the Syriaque or Lazicon. In Turkey, it is the Karadeniz or Pontus region where it is still danced. It is called Horon or Horono. It's believed the name was derived from the river Sera, which is situated west of Trabzon. The ancient origins of the dance can be proven as the dance moves resemble those of the ancient Pyrrhic dance. It is the periodical Pantiaki Estia. Mosedius states that the Sera is a dramatic dance and analysis. So wow, that's a great performance, Group 5. Grabe makasayaw, no? Mga danceries, good. Pak na kaayo. The Krakowiak or the Krakowian is a fast, syncopated Polish folk dance from the region of Krakow and Lesser Poland. The folk outfit worn for the dance has become the national costume of Poland, most notably the Rogatiok peak hat with peacock feathers. So that's a great performance, Group 4. Clap your hands. So let's proceed to the next performers. European dance accomplished. Next up, we have the Latin and Caribbean dances. Sun Fiesta is a Spanish dance. The song of this dance called El Manicero. El Manicero is a famous song from Cuba. It is based on the Cry Street vendor selling peanuts. Sun Fiesta can be danced by both girls and boys where they dance together. The steps of this dance simply backward, forward, and sideward. Okay, that's a great performance, Group 1. So let's proceed to the next group performer. Zumba is a Brazilian ballroom dance that became popular in the year 1940s. It is danced with syncopated rhythm with simple forward and backward steps. The dance is based primarily on the Mexican popular dance from around 1970 to 1914. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 1. Grabe ka nindot manayo ninyo, no? Oo ka ay makawaw, jud. Sana all, charis. So let's proceed to the next performer. Mambo is a Latin dance of Cuba which was developed in the year 1940s when the music genre of the same name became popular throughout Latin America. Mambo is one of the Latin ballroom dances. It is characterized by the exciting energy and intensing rhythms, which draws eyes and allows for a lot of fun for the dancers by strong hip movement, rhythmic body actions, quick footwork, and unique arm wrap and turns. Additionally, the mambo is flirty and sensual. Virginia Reel is a progressive dance for couples in long way formation. Just like for example, a double line, partners facing. To violin accompaniment and the calls of the fiddler. The dancers execute several figures. In the characteristic reel figure, the partners at the head of the set alternately swing each other and the other dancers as they move to the bottom of the set. The dance concludes after each couple has progressed to the head of the set. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 3. Back, side, so let's proceed to the next performers. Cuban Danzon. Danzon is a ballroom dance played by the Cuban Carangas. It is a descendant of the popular Spanish danza of the 1800s and the French country dance brought by the French immigrants fleeing the Haitian Revolution, who settled in Cuba's eastern region. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 5. Let's proceed to the next performer. Merengue is a national dance of Dominican Republic and it is also important to national identity in the country. It is a type of dance walk and accessible to a large variety of people with or without dance experience. The dance was originated as a rural dance and later become a ballroom dance. Wow, that's a great performance, Group 4. Okay, let's proceed to the next performers. Latin and Caribbean dance, done and dusted. Fasten your seatbelts and let us be entertained by the popular dances. Novelty. Novelty and fad dances are dances which are typically characterized by a short burst of popularity. Novelty dance might include quirky and unusual steps or have an unusual name. Novelty dance may also have been fad dances which have remained popular over a longer period of time. It is not necessary that they ever were fashionably popular. They are also referred to as a party or a dance party. Novelty dances that have remained popular are no longer associated with a specific time period. They are timeless. Novelty dances are meant to be funny and to evoke general mirth verging on silliness in participants. Wow, that's a great performance! Grabe, makasayaw. Pak. Oh, perfect! No, so, okay, let's proceed to the next performers. Jazz rap is a fusion of jazz and hip-hop music as well as alternative hip-hop subgenre that developed in the late 1980s and early 1990s. All music writes that the genre was an attempt to fuse African American music of the past with a newly dominant form of the present, paying tribute to and reinvigorating the former while expanding the horizon of the latter. The rhythm was rooted in hip-hop over which were placed repetitive phrases of jazz instrumentation, trumpet, double bass, etc. Groups involved in the information of jazz rock included